Greetings, Sagittarians, and welcome to my YouTube channel, One Who Sees Tarot. This is going to be a general reading for the month of August 2019 for those of us born in the zodiac sign of Sagittarius. Sagittarian family members, the spirit guide has already been invoked and the cards have been anointed, shuffled, and cut according to the amount of times and directions given to me by my spirit guide. And so, with your kind permission, may I begin a look at and an interpretation of the sacred tarot for you for the month of August. Sagittarians, as I was preparing myself for your reading, the spirit showed me a pencil that was very fine point. And the spirit talked to me about you creating something. This must be a time of either scheduling or creative energies for you. Spirit says to work within the square, so make your square. The idea of working within the square means to work within a time frame and a space. In addition to that, the idea of working with a pencil has to do with working with adjustments. So it has to do with you creating something and then adjusting it. So that's the frame of how you're reading. That's the theme, so it seems, based on what the Spirit showed me as I was preparing for your reading. I see you coming into this reading and you were sort of looking sad in this time, sort of looking a little bit sad, but I see a change, and the change is a good change, and I see the change being for the better. And I see the change being almost an absolute change. In other words, it looks as if something is clearly over and something new will begin for you in your life. I do see the idea of a love interest, but it is kind of slow. It's kind of quiet. It's not necessarily it's not the loudest thing in your reading at all. It's not the most dominant thing in your reading at all. There is the idea of learning. There's the idea that you might actually be thinking about returning to school to finish something. Some of you are actually en route already and you're getting ready to register perhaps for the new semester. Others of you are actually seeking out schools and seeking out education and or seeking out information that will give you knowledge and better prepare you for that which you aspire to. I see a lot of work in your future, which is very, very good and very, very healthy. A lot of work and a lot of good, positive work. It looks as if you're going to take your energy and you're going to be putting it towards your work, which is very positive. Some of you might be dealing with a situation right now where you feel as if you are unlucky. You might feel as if you're not really sure. The idea that you are putting your mind towards your work and the idea that you are pushing the pencil across the paper and creating and adjusting and then amending and those type of things, this is a very, very positive energy for you. The spirit is showing me some kind of financial support that will be coming your way in this season as well. Some things you're going to have to learn to accept. There might be some limitations to what you're trying to do. There might be some limitations to what you can do during a small or short time frame. So work with yourself. Be gentle on yourself, but continue to move forward. Some of you are getting ready to be very, very victorious, as it were. The Chariot card is in your final outcome. This card is a card of movement. It's a card of victory. It's also a card that could symbolize short distance travels and or movement. When I say movement, I mean, boy, forgive my English. I mean moving towards something. You being in control, you having the final say about your destiny. So this is a very good looking card for you. It also it also shows you in your power. So it brings together the idea of you being powerful, being able to combine the yin and the yang energy and so on and so forth. So very, very good and positive energy for you guys, Sagittarians. I see some intimacy in your immediate, and that's good. Those of you that are desirous of of dating right now, this might be a good time for you to enjoy. This doesn't have to be intimacy it doesn't have to be intimacy alone. It is the devil card. And the devil card talks about either a Capricorn being a dominant character this month, but it also talks about the idea of the base nature, your appetite. So it could be something like drinking, it could be cigarettes, it could be chocolate, it could be something like that. I see that in your reading. It symbolizes a few possibilities for you. It symbolizes that maybe you might want to uh, be aware of this season. Be aware of your appetites. In other words, don't let your appetites just run uninhibited, have some control of your appetites. Also, if you're going to allow your appetites to have their freedom and you're going to allow yourself to indulge in things, then understand what it is that you're doing and understand the limitations thereof as well. So don't expect that your appetites are going to be the main course for the rest of your life. That may not necessarily be the case. Those of you that are listening carefully, you understand. Some of you are being very intuitive at this time, and your intuition is really at a strong point, really at a very keen and sharp point for you. So this is very positive for you. I definitely see an end to something going back to that intimacy. It could be that you were involved with someone and you're going to end it because you're not really interested in being a part of something that does not appear that does not appear as if it's going to grow. So I like that idea if for those of you that desire something more permanent. But nonetheless, going back to your intuition, I love the idea of you being intuitive. It's a very strong energy for you, and it's a very positive energy. Once again, moving forward, I see the idea of love. Remember, I talked about love in the beginning of your reading, the idea that love was on your mind and that it was taking its time to grow and that it's just sort of a slow type of thing. Well, I see that feeling kind of swelling, becoming bigger as the month progresses, okay? All right, Sagittarians, I'm going to stop there. Those of you that heard something that resonated with you, perhaps you'd like to come in for a private consult. The information is on the screen. For those of you that are not ready yet, I do totally understand. And I wish you the absolute best from the universe that is health, happiness, love, and monetary prosperity. Stay blessed, Sagittarians, and I'll talk to you very, very soon.